Welcome back to the garage, everybody. Well, my name is Derek. Welcome back to the channel, and today back with some more car mechanic simulator. We already got the next car on the hoist. Just about to change the oil. So this car, somebody's granddad had it towed here by some good Samaritans. I'll throw up the description right now. Good morning. Hello, young man. Please help me. I set off on a ride and my car stopped working. It just shut down suddenly. Fortunately, some good young men towed me to your workshop. If it weren't for them, I'd rather not go into it. Please see what you can do to get it up and running. I have no idea what could have happened. Usually everything was working just fine after a 6-month break. Thanks for setting up a workshop here in the middle of nowhere. In the meantime, allow me to please use the restroom. I'll see you soon. So we just got it on the hoist. I was just about to drain the oil because we always have to drain the oil in all these new cars that come into our shop. Not new, but like new to us, you know what I mean? So let's put that away. We can go ahead and immediately change the oil filter. Let me just add that to the shopping list. So I have been playing this game probably not quite non-stop since the first episode, but just about, which is why this is not the same car that was on the hoist at the end of the first episode, because I have just been playing it next to non-stop. I've played it for about 3 hours. We're level 3. Oh, I do want to mention, before we get under the hood, where's the toolbox? We got a couple upgrades. So we got screwing speed increased by 10, and then we got the 5% discount when we buy parts, which I think is actually pretty handy. And the next one I think we'll do is screwing speed 20%, because I hate screwing and unscrewing these nuts. But let's take a look under this hood. We also bought a few diagnostics tools. Let's hit the engine. Check the electric meter. So this doesn't do anything. I think it just gives you experience per part that you examine. Then it gives you a nice little breakdown of all the parts. So the rally type A and B are completely shot. So is the alternator and the starter. So those are definitely going to have to be replaced. And then if we go check, this car does not have an OBD port, cannot perform action. Okay, so it's a little too old to be assessed like that. So we do have to replace all the fluids. We know that. So let's go ahead and top this up. We've done this a couple times before, so I might just skip ahead to the part where they're all full. So that last little top up here, that should be plenty, actually, if I check. Yeah, just above the min. We could go, I'm actually going to go a little bit more. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. So now that all the fluids are topped up, I'm going to go ahead and close this just for now. Okay, so all the fluids are done. I didn't actually do the coolant because I think we're going to have to replace the radiator anyway. So there's a lot that's going to have to be done here. We got 2 pages. Alternator, the belt tensioner, the cam gear, clutch plate, all this stuff. So fuel filter, fuel pump, the water pump, timing belt, all that stuff. So we could start with something simple like the spark plugs, and then I think we can also do the alternator, belt tensioner, all this stuff. So we'll start small. I think we're gonna have to raise it up on the hoist. So it's actually incorrect. I don't know why I thought lifting it on the hoist would be better. It was not. We're gonna remove the serpentine belt, and then we'll take the alternator. Alternator's got to be replaced. I got an inventory. Serpentine belts probably also got to be replaced. Go ahead, add these. Our shopping list. We don't need the oil filter. We've already bought that. So the serpentine belt and the alternator. The idle roller A has got to be replaced. We're gonna take the serpentine belt off. Water pump's got to be replaced as well. It's a little loose. Or a little tight, I mean. Gotta take this off. Now we can take the crankshaft pulley. Timing cover, belt tensioner's gotta be replaced. Cam gear shaft's gotta be replaced. Okay, so now if we go into our inventory, we need a cam gear shaft, timing belt, belt tensioner, water pump, idle roller, and the serpentine belt. What else are we missing? So the clutch plate, clutch release bearing, fuel filter, fuel pump. I don't think we got those. Ignition wires needs to be replaced as well. Obviously all the spark plugs. The starter, a timing belt. Rally type A, that's got to be replaced as well. It was over in the fuel box. Or the fuel box, what am I saying? Fuse box. We clearly see the starter here is gone, so we can actually take this off. Let's go ahead and add that. These ignition wires need to be replaced. Take off the exhaust manifold. Oh, actually, I don't think I need to. We can remove these spark plugs without taking it off. I thought we had to remove everything. Yes, perfect. Okay, so this one we have to go under the car in order to get, so I think we might save that for later. Accessible from under the car lift. So I think I can save those. Whoops. Clutch plate, clutch release bearing, and the fuel pump. So those are all going to be after the fact. If I go in here and I clear, let me get a serpentine belt, cam gear shaft, belt tensioner, water pump is in here too. And we got to back out and go to a different shop. I think it's the electrical shop if I'm correct. Yes, alternator is here. Relay type A. Starter, ignition wires. And 4 spark plugs. Not 5, 4. I think we should be good to start putting this car back together. No, I'm trying to get the... Thank you. Put this gear back on, put the belt back on. What else? Needs to go back on the starter, alternator. Oh, we gotta replace the radiator too, don't we? That was like the big one. We'll do that next, I think. If I take the radiator, let's pull the whole damn thing off. I already emptied it, right? Thank God. There we go. Now we can put all these different pistons and whatnot on. I built a car, I rebuilt another car like this, and I forgot to put on all kinds of rollers and stuff, and it wouldn't let me turn the job in, and I couldn't figure out why for like 20 minutes, but this one, learn from experience, not gonna happen. Timing belt cover, or serpentine belt cover, I mean. That's good. Spark plugs, can't forget those. Ignition wires, gotta have those. Can't start the car without it. I think that was everything. And just start clicking around looking for... Oh, fuel filter. Almost forgot. And I think we're good. We gotta remember to fill rad fluid back up before we sell this. Or turn the emission in. Alright, how much are we going to have to pull apart here? Got to take the whole drive shaft off. This is a big piece, dude. Let me hit that with some WD-40. How far we're zoomed out just for these 8 bolts. Take the gearbox out. Oh, can I not take the gearbox out? Oh, you got to take the starter back off. So you got to know these things mechanically, because you take something off, reinstall it, and then it turns out you got to take it off again just to access a different part. So we got the clutch release bearing. Nope. Do we have to take this off? I think we do. Oh yeah, there we go. And the clutch plate itself. Everything else I think was fine. So it was the release bearing, clutch plate, and then the fuel pump. Can I... Yeah, let me access that fuel pump. There we go. The angle that you gotta sit at sometimes is kind of ridiculous. To try and reach some of these things under the body here. Let me hit that engine. Put the clutch plate back on. Pressure plate. Screw this in. Do you notice a difference in the speed that I'm screwing? I don't think 10% makes a huge difference. Bearing plate, and then the gearbox. Bolt this back down. So we got the starter back on, and we gotta reassemble the whole dang drive shaft. It's actually kind of wild that it's 8 bolts that let you basically your whole car go. This is the wrong side. I can't access it while we're going down. Quick checklist. We forgot the idle roller, serpentine belt, and the relay type B. I don't think I pulled out the relay type B. Okay, so yeah, I took the wrong out. We can put this one back. I can take this one out. Yeah, I have a serpentine belt and the idle roller. I just forgot to assemble them. Perfect. That should be good. Get this relay installed. Put the fuse box cover back on. I do believe that's all the parts that I had. And now we just have to refill the coolant. How much is too much? We're just gonna wing it. Bang. Car status, we're all set. Hold on, before we send you off on your way, I'm gonna give you a quick little detail on the interior. We're not gonna wash it because honestly it's a little rusty. You should be fine. Let's go put that back, and then I think $2,600 for basically a full rebuild. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and finish this order. Kick you out the door. And that is level 4. Not bad, quick and dirty. You'll make a lot back from that stuff. Maybe in the future. I know you can repair some of it, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it. These cases, however. Bonus 55. I don't know what this currency is. I haven't needed to use it yet. And we got a bonus barn location. You want to add barn destination to your map? Yes. I know we can't technically get it until we're level 10, so not really sure what that's about, but probably the next episode will be the junkyard level 5, which is why I'm not spending any of my money on upgrades or anything. Speaking of, we do have another upgrade I'm fully going to use. Oh, it costs 2 skill points to get? Oh man, I didn't realize. I guess we'll get... What's group 1 parts? Let's just get this. Seems good. So I'm not spending a lot of money on these upgrades yet, especially like the new lift would be super helpful because I want a junkyard. I want to be able to get to the junkyard and find cars for cheap. You know what I mean? And then we'll put in the second lift, and then we'll use this one to work on, and then let's see what new jobs we have here. We have other tasks. Repair with parts, minimum condition, 44%. It just says other tasks. I'm not sure. This one is just replace engine oil and filter, quick and dirty. And then we have our next story mission. So we got a constant banging and a gearbox issue. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take, just to get some experience, I'm gonna move this into the bay. So it sounds like we just gotta top up the oil, right? Change the oil, drain, and refill with new. Easy. But I am going to run quick scans just to get my, like, 20 experience points. Might as well. Alright, everything seems to be in order here. What about all the electronics in the car? How are they running? So nothing under 50%. A few of them are a little touch and go. But, like you said, they're fine for your current needs. We'll just be changing the oil here for you today. As requested. This is a nice car, though. I don't know what the license plate. Dude, some of the vanity plates that you see, like, around the neighborhood, pretty funny. What's the best vanity plate that you guys have ever seen? Where is the oil filter? Give me this. Quick change of the oil filter. Good as new. Let's lower this thing down here. Pop some oil in this bad boy. I see a couple of rusted bolts there too. You want me to get those while I'm here? 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be enough oil. If I go to remove this, I gotta remove the ignition coils. I don't want to wreck anything. Let me go ahead and just try something. So I went ahead and gave him all new bolts. Just out of the kindness of my own heart. And I noticed there's one here too, but can we take... Can't take this off without taking off the turbocharger, and a little bit too much work for me there. So I don't know if this gives you bonus experience, but we're gonna probably detail every car that comes in here. Are you sure you want to detail the interior? Yes. Couldn't hurt, right? Couldn't hurt. Move that back here. Check the dipstick. I can't find your dipstick, so I'm sure it's fine. Send that out the door. $43. And not even sure that was worth the cost of the invoice that it was printed on. Let's just move on to the next one. Poor brake performance. Other tasks. Brakes are something I am well versed in. This was most of the missions that I was doing between episodes. Yeah, ABS module. Okay. So a few things. 2 ventilated caliper disc pads. And an ABS module. Where the hell is that? Ah, right here. Might as well fix that first before we have to hoist it up. Pop this ABS module back on. Carla good. And then hoist it up. Is it like a safety thing that it only goes up a little ways? Because it's super annoying. Alright, that's 1 ventilated disc. Can't forget that star pattern. Perfect, 1 tire down, 3 to go. Ventilated disc and brake pads on this tire needed to be replaced. 2 for 1. Gotta love it. This one, the pads are fine, but the calipers are completely trashed. How does that happen? Is there anything that we need to do on this tire? Nope, we got them all. Only on 3 tires. All right, let's go ahead and finish that order. $1,400. Not too shabby. So we got another brake one, another fluid, and also the timing belt one. So nothing great. Nothing we haven't seen before. And this one sounds like it's going to be a total rebuild. So I think I'm going to leave this episode here. We did a total restoration, just about. And then a couple of quick in and out jobs. Something you'd see like a Jiffy Lube or something. Brake changes, oil changes, all that stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Next episode, I think I'm going to grind until we get the junkyard, and we'll go exploring in that, see if we can find a diamond in the rough. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like and comment down below your best vanity plate that you've ever seen. That was a question. Let me know. Take care. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone.